Welcome to the Random Ask Podcast with your hosts, Dr. Paul Banks and Jim Mooney. And remember, always stay random-esque.
Bully, bully! Bully! What's up, randomers? Yes, welcome to the Randomers Podcast, where we say, always stay randomers. I am your host, Teddy Roosevelt. Actually, this is our presidential edition of the Randomest Podcast.
You look pretty good for Teddy.
Yeah, I'm either Teddy Roosevelt or Wilford Brimley. I can't decide. Or I am the Walrus.
Or Jim Mooney with a bad costume.
I could be Jim Mooney with a bad costume. Or it could be David Crosby.
It could be. Do you have cirrhosis of the liver?
Probably. Anyway, we're your hosts, Teddy Roosevelt and Paul.
And, wait, that's Teddy Roosevelt and Paul.
And Paul. I berry Paul. Cranberry sauce. I don't know about that. Anyway, and we are really out in the wild. Bully, speak softly and carry a big stick.
And don't use too much stick.
Yeah, don't use too much stick. By the way, I'm drinking my coffee because I found out that I love gallons of coffee. Especially from McDonald's.
It's freezing coffee.
Yes.
But it's freezing out, so I got my iced coffee anyway.
We learned along the way that Teddy Roosevelt liked to eat steak and drink coffee. Quite interesting. So that's one of our topics today. We're going to talk about favorite foods of presidents, as well as we're going to play a new game show called Famous Food.
I'm really intrigued by that famous food game.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Because
you better be, because you're the contestant.
I like my food. Yeah, I know. I got a lot of pressure.
I just hope you didn't Google any food. But
I told you, I promised I didn't.
But basically what we're going to do is we're going to show Paul various pictures of McNuggets, and he has to guess what president it is. It's actually McNuggets and pumpkins. I chose pumpkins, too.
Do you ever realize the depths we sink to sometimes?
Yeah, really bad. And then we're going to have a new edition of the RNN Weekend Update.
Weekend
Update, where it'll be historical events that have occurred like in the 1700s or something. And we're going to cover it like it's today's newscast. That'll be fun.
Speaking of events, what happened Sunday, man?
Oh, yeah. I rode my horse out in the wilderness because I am a rough rider. What did you do, Paulie?
Watch the Birds win their second Super Bowl.
Oh, you did? Oh, bully. bully to the Eagles.
Bully.
Bully bird. Billy birds. Does that work?
Yeah.
And then finally, one of our other topics is we're going to talk about weird oddities or unknown facts about the U.S. president. So this is our presidential edition. We're calling it President's Daze, D-A-Z-E. And we're going to have a lot of fun with it since it is President's Day.
And we're always in a daze.
Coming up. So
we're always in a daze.
And we just want to quickly thank our sponsors. We'd like to thank, Prospect 16 here. Got to get them on camera here. For the monthly residency, the last Wednesday of every month.
And their name is their address.
At 6:30, and their name is their address. But at 6:32 at night, we are going to podcast in front of a live audience. And I am proud to say, the last live show, we had about 40 people here.
And what
And we had the most views of any show we've ever done. Incredible amounts of views on that. So thank you for all the randomies out there supporting us.
And what is that date in February?
February is February the 26th at 6:32 p.m. here at 16 Prospect.
6:32 sharp.
In 6:32 sharp. Not so sharp that it'll cut you, but sharp.
Sharp enough.
Yes. So we'd like to thank 16 Prospect for allowing us to tape here on actually an all-time basis. We're actually taping here without an audience, although Bridget's here. Hi, Bridget.
And the bar is unattended.
And the bar is unattended, but we'd like to thank them in downtown Westfield. And then Florham Park Dental Excellence. You can reach them at florhamparkdental.com. That's florhamparkdental.com.
Hey, that's me.
That's you.
Woo!
Woo! And then Minuteman Press and Clark.
Hey, that's you.
That's me.
Woo!
Bully. NJ213.minuteman.com. That's NJ213.minuteman.com for all your printing needs. And on with the food. We're going to play the food
game.
We'll see you in a minute.
Live from Delco, it's time for RNN Weekend Update. Slightly fractured news on historical events if TV news existed at the time, with your RNN co-anchors, Dr. Paul Banks and Jim Mooney.
I am Dr. Paul Banks.
And I am Jim Mooney. And here's the slightly fractured news, historically speaking. And now to our top story. This just in from Boston, Massachusetts. Several lights were spotted on the hill up by the Old North Church this evening. We're still investigating the scene, but it seems as if Paul Revere and his merry band of troublemakers were having a party when an altercation occurred, causing the candlelights to flicker several times when Mr. Revere hightailed it out of there on his horse, screaming slurs about the British. Mr. Revere went on for miles like a chicken without a head, screaming, ranting, and raving. We have asked Samuel Adams for comment, but no word as of yet, as he was busy drinking a beer.
Coors Light.
Yeah, Coors Light. We will keep you updated on this late-breaking story as it unfolds. Back to you, Paul.
In other news, the story coming out from my hometown of Philadelphia, ongoing coverage of the cloistered men who, now for months, have been
Cloistered?
Cloistered.
Yeah.
They've been locked up meeting in the town hall here in Philadelphia. Our investigative colonial reporters have been using drinking glasses pressed up against the wall to hear the delegates' debates and scuffles, since they're keeping all of the windows shut.
Must smell great in there.
Oh, telling you, especially if they have asparagus.
Yeah, I think Ben did.
Yes, it seems as if they are debating our secession and freedom from the England reign. Ben Franklin is attending as a local delegate. He was spotted in the outhouse after eating a plate full of asparagus.
Oh boy, I would not want to go in there after Big Ben.
There's a lot of asparagus going on there.
That's a hot one too.
It is. One of the younger delegates, Thomas Jefferson Esquire from Virginia, seems to be composing a document, and along with a delegation of 5 assisting the young attorney, including both Dr. Franklin and John Adams, the current working title of the documentary is speculated to be called Monarchy Schmonarchy.
Is that Yiddish?
It could be.
Okay.
It could be. But I'm thinking about the Declaration of Resurrection, but we'll keep you updated on this.
Oh, thank you, Paul. Meanwhile, back in Boston, it seems as if a posse of rebel-rousers, costumed party-goers, as many of the group were dressed in Mohawk Indian costumes. When the posse seized the ship in the Boston harbor, it seems like the costume party aboard the large seafaring vessel went completely awry, as they were upset that all they had to drink at the party was tea, and not libations of the spirit kind. So bedlam erupted quickly when they found out the host did not provide higher spirits for the higher spirit of the celebration.
I have a question for you, though.
Sure.
It was way before Prohibition, wasn't it?
Way before Prohibition. And the scene then quickly degenerated into utter chaos when they started dumping the host's crates of tea in the Boston harbor in rebellion of the lack of party libations.
Kind of pales in comparison to the people downtown Philly after the Eagles won.
Sure does. The host, horrified, locked himself in his room on the ship and still has not come out. One attendee we spoke to said, afterward, the harbor smelled like a musty old basement and was glad the rebels didn't have any asparagus to throw overboard. Can you imagine that stench?
Oh, man. Well, the next time on our RNN Weekend update, we ask what exactly is going on at Betsy Ross' house.
Yeah, what is going on over there?
I don't know. We got to catch up with. And
What the
are they
heck is she
having
doing?
Are they have a party? Are they sewing a flag?
Yeah,
Whatever?
What is Betsy doing?
And we catch up with Benedict Arnold, one of the.
He is a proud American.
Yeah, he is, and he's one of the most loyal patriots ever.
He certainly is on American soil.
And why did the women find Ben Franklin so darn electrifying?
Yes,
All this
Dr.
and more,
Franklin certainly is electrifying.
all this on more and more on RNN Weekend Update live from Delco.
This has been an RNN Weekend Update Delco Welco production.
Teddy here. Anyway, we are going to now talk about presidential oddity.
There are just there. I didn't realize how many there were.
Yeah.
Not presidents.
Right.
I know how many presidents there are.
How many oddities there
How
are?
many
right?
oddities there
And
are,
some
yeah.
real strange ones.
There
too.
were. There
The
were.
one that, and I knew this from prior, but one that really stuck out to me was that, three signers of the Declaration of Independence, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and James Monroe, all passed away on July 4th. And that's just so unbelievable. John Adams and Thomas Jefferson were 50 years after the signing of the Declaration of Independence together on the same day. And then James Monroe was the third one, and he died in several years later.
Do you know what
than the other guys?
they died of? Do you know
I'm not
offhand?
sure. What did he die of?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I guess he just died.
Maybe back in the day, everyone was assassinated back then.
I know McKinley was.
Yeah.
And obviously Lincoln and Kennedy. There's been 4 presidents assassinated. I can't think of the 4th. But what did you find odd about the presidents?
I didn't really. One of mine. I found that
Bully.
this is kind of like up my alley about George Washington. That rumor is he had wooden teeth.
I know, yeah. This is a
but
good one for you, Dr.
Right.
Banks.
But in fact, they were ivory, like hippo ivory, lead, and some human teeth, and very, very, very uncomfortable. They caused him a lot of pain and facial disfigurement when he had them.
But he didn't have you as a dentist,
He
right?
did not.
No.
And he had to clean them.
He probably would have been. He would have been so much better. Than,
Yeah, he had
dentist.
to clean them with a usually wax and like a cedar stick.
Really?
Yeah, and
Not like a
soak
Brillo
them.
pad or something.
No.
No?
Well, I didn't have Brillo pads back
They
then.
didn't have Brillo pad.
No,
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did not have Brillo pads back then.
So one of the oddities, and now I'm bringing this one up purposely because my wife has a similar skill to this president, and this one's really cool. So James Garfield could write in Greek with one hand, and while writing in Latin with the other. So he could write in Greek and Latin at the same time with both hands. Now, my wife Barb has a similar skill. If you give her 2 pens, she can write a mirror image of whatever word you give her. So if you give her the word random-esque, she can write it frontwards and backwards at the same time.
That's crazy. So he writes.
But he writes in Greek and Latin with both hands. Like one hand is Greek and the other one's Latin.
That's interesting.
That is interesting.
That's all Greek to me, man.
Yeah, it is all Greek. I also wonder, like, I don't know what right side, left side of the brain is going on in that situation, right? That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and you know that Abe Lincoln was a licensed bartender.
Yeah, I know, right? That was pretty amazing.
They had a booth they had a couple booths in the bar.
Yeah, isn't that where he got shot? He got shot in the booth?
Oh, and they got shot in the head.
Oh, he got shot in the head. Oh, it was John Wilkes Booth.
Right.
Okay, gotcha. That was actually an old joke from What's Happening, by the way. Abraham Lincoln got shot in the booth.
Yeah,
I stole
when
that.
it happened, Mary Todd Lincoln said, "Yeah, but the show was marvelous."
Yeah, that was the show, Mrs. Lincoln. Oh boy, I think it's far enough out.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, it's kind of interesting because he always emphasized it, but Harry S. Truman didn't have a middle name. It was just the letter S, as in Sam, but he didn't have a name.
Well, he did. You pronounce it. It's actually S. S.
And George Ford, George
Ford? Was it Gerald's brother?
Yeah, Gerald's brother. Gerald Ford once modeled for Cosmopolitan magazine. That's weird, right?
That's crazy.
And then one of my favorite presidents, Teddy Roosevelt, and I had heard this before, but he gave a 90-minute speech after being shot in the chest. He was actually shot in the chest, and what happened was he had his wallet in his lapel jacket pocket, and it actually stopped the bullet, or he would have been assassinated.
I didn't know that.
Pretty amazing, right? What other weird stuff did you learn?
I was, there are a few, but the one that William McKinley always wore a red carnation for good luck, and actually the day they said he didn't wear it the day he was assassinated. Actually, he did wear it the day he was assassinated. However, before he was assassinated, a young girl asked him for the carnation, and he took it off his lapel.
Oh, wow.
So he did have a lapel, but he didn't have a carnation, but he didn't have it on the time he was assassinated. That girl must feel guilt.
Well, that bully, that's what got me in the office. So it's a trivia question based on that.
And I have an interesting one. You had mentioned, we were talking about Gerald Ford was once a model for...
No, George Ford, yeah.
What?
George Ford.
George Ford.
His brother. No, Gerald Ford, yeah.
Gerald Ford, once he modeled for Cosmopolitan. Now, do you know what he also did in terms of modeling?
Model airplanes.
No, he found the Ford Modeling Agency.
He did?
Yeah.
Gerald Ford?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Are you sure?
I am positive.
I'm going to look that up.
That's the truth.
I don't know about that. Really?
No, he really did.
He founded the Ford Modeling.
If we call it presidential oddities, that's odd, but that's true.
Wow, I never heard that. And then, interesting that Bill Clinton won 2 Grammy Awards for spoken word album.
Didn't Bill Clinton, was he?
Hillary.
Didn't Bill Clinton, didn't he play the saxophone also?
He did, yeah.
And the organ.
He played the organ all right.
He played the organ.
He loved the organ.
Oh, Monica.
It's
Monica.
I can't even say the joke. It's
Monica, can you listen to me play the organ?
It's much better than Roses on a piano. So anyway, any other weird? Oh, you know what? This one and Harding. I think he was the most. He was one of the most controversial presidents we had. Definitely kind of gangsterish. This one cracked me up that he lost the White House China in a poker game.
I know, but did you ever see that China?
Yeah. Oh, it's probably unbelievable. Right?
Oh God.
It's probably like the crown jewels of China. I mean, we have China at home and it's beautiful. I can imagine what that set must look like, right?
That's horrible. But William. One more. I mean, I guess we have one more for go. William Howard Taft. He was so large he couldn't even. He got stuck in the bathtub in the White House. And there is where they invented.
Wow.
That's where they invented butter.
But yeah, they sure did. Grease them
They
up.
put a lot of stuff together to rub it on there.
Grease them up.
That's what they use out.
Get
I think they use
Bully.
I think they use the same stuff they grease the poles in Philly now.
Yeah, they probably do. And then Ulysses S. Grant was arrested for speeding on his horse.
Oh, you know what? You know what? I had a.
What's that?
Yeah, and I remember that. I don't remember that, but they checked that horse for performance enhancing drugs.
Yeah, they sure did. And
They
then
probably-
you were asking about like how one of the presidents died. Well, here's how one of them died, which is really odd. Zachary Taylor died after consuming large amounts of cherries and ice milk on a hot summer day.
Cheerio to him.
Oh my God! Wow, some of these are just really amazing.
Yeah, there was another one I was
Yeah,
really.
and William Henry Harrison gave the longest inaugural address. It was over 8,400 words without wearing a coat or hat, and he died a month
Yeah, I
later
saw
of
that.
pneumonia. Wow.
The,
Was that Tippy Canoe and Tyler too? Right.
It may have been.
I think that was Tippy Canoe because he was the shortest
Yeah.
lived president in office.
Oh yeah.
And James Madison was the shortest president at 5'4" and weighed under 100 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
That's-
Anyway,
Well, there's one more I wanted to. I know I'm
Bully,
I'm
Bully,
looking
Bully,
for
Bully.
that.
Rough Rider. I speak softly and carry a big stick.
Yeah, there's. Oh, geez, what one is it?
I was the youngest president in office.
Oh, yeah, the Herbert Hoover. That his wife spoke Mandarin, Chinese to each other.
Wow.
You know that so the White House staff wouldn't understand him.
Oh, interesting.
That was
really.
very handy on Christmas Day when you had to order Chinese food.
I'm sure it is. Yeah. I will have the number 2, please.
Do you ever see that kind of skit where this guy calls one Chinese restaurant on one phone and one on the other, puts them together?
And he puts them together. It's hilarious. So, anyway, that was our presidential oddities for the presidential edition of the Random S podcast. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much.
It's time for us to play everyone's favorite game show, Famous Food Presidential Edition. Hello! Yes, it is everyone's favorite game show. Hey, Lucy, come down to the club.
Wah, Ricky.
I'm your host, Ricky Ricardo. Babaloo! Babaloo! Hey, Lucy, come down to the club. Tell Fred and Ethel to come too.
Fred and Ethel are too busy.
Fred and Ethel are getting busy?
No, too busy.
Oh, they're too busy.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're filling out their applications for their AARP cards.
Wah! So today, we have the presidential edition of Famous Food, where we will show Paul images of presidents on food products, and he will guess which president is represented. Are you ready, Doctor?
I am chomping at the bit.
Let's play the food! Come on down! Babaloo! Babaloo! Okay. So, you are going to guess which president this is by the image. Are you ready, sir?
Yeah, I'm ready.
And you know, take your time. And if you need to phone a friend, you phone a friend, okay?
Okay.
Ricky lets you call somebody.
Okay.
Okay. I think this one's fairly simple. Can you guess which president that is?
That is Donald Trump.
You are correct, sir. Bing, 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 bing. Babaloo. Babaloo. Are you ready for the next one?
I'm waiting.
Okay. And remember, take your time. We have plenty of time. You can phone a friend if you like. You can call Lucy. I think she's down at the club with Fred and Ethel.
Now, Fred and Ethel aren't there.
Are you sure?
Yes, I know that.
Which president is depicted in this McNugget?
Oh, man, let me see. Damn, shoot me in the head, man. That's Lincoln.
Babaloo! Babaloo!
Are these actually real nuggets? They're not like...
Do you think that we make these up?
No. I mean, yeah. No, I mean, it's funny how you could find, it's like when you stare at clouds, you can always look at the clouds and you always see something.
Do you think that I'm this clever to make this up?
Oh, no, definitely not.
No, I Googled these images. They're out there on the
You and clever are not
that
synonymous.
internet thingy. Remember, you can phone a friend. Okay. Are you ready for the next image, sir? Can you guess which president is this?
Yo, is that dude on a nickel?
No, he's not on a nickel.
Is he on a dollar bill?
He might be, but you might want to phone a friend just to make sure.
Yeah, better. Let me, hold on. Let me phone a friend here for this.
Who are you going to call?
I'm going to call Bridget from HR.
No, you mean Heather.
I mean Heather from HR. Hold on.
Okay, while he dialed the phone, let's see if the studio audience maybe you can guess what this is. Which president is represented in this photo? Make sure you take the image too.
I'm trying to phone a friend. They're not answering.
Go on. Go on.
Hello? Oh, no.
Oh, hey, Paulie. Oh, hey, what's up?
Oh,
Hey,
man.
what's up, Paulie?
Did I accidentally dial TP Bob?
Yeah, you did. Nah. I'm just sitting here with Bob Matt. And what are you not? What's going on? Well, what's up, amigo?
Nothing. I was doing some kind of, we're on a game show and
Oh, you're on a game show? Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
Hey, Bob Matt, he's on a game show. Paulie's on a game show, Bob Matt. Oh, that's lovely. Oh,
Well,
Paulie.
listen, we'll chat later, but
Why are you on the game show?
yeah, but
What? Hey, is the questions about toilet paper? Is that?
it's not about toilet paper.
What's it about?
It's not about Dennis Rodman's rack.
Are you sure about that?
It's not about Kmart racks. It's not about Dennis clothing. It's not about anything like that. It's something intellectual, so I better call someone else.
Did you phone a friend or a fiend?
Well, neither, I guess. I phoned you.
You sure I can't help you?
I phoned an annoying human being.
What's the game show about?
It's irrelevant. I got to phone. All right.
You might want to phone another friend. Do you want to phone another friend?
Yes.
Okay. Make sure you do it right this time.
Well, I want to phone a friend, not another friend.
Hey, friend. So you're going to phone Heather, the HR specialist?
Yeah, Heather, HR Heather.
You know, if we had our stuff together as a show, we would actually be dialing it for you, but we don't.
We don't.
So you have to guess. So you'll need to guess which president is depicted in this McNugget.
Heather, the HR specialist.
Hey Heather, I'm
You
on.
actually got her.
I did. I'm on this.
Come on down to the club, Heather.
I'm on this game show, Famous Food. It's on the CNN network,
Babaloo.
and I'm confused as to
No, RNN.
RNN network. Sorry, that's what. And I'm confused about this. What this chicken McNugget looks like.
And you might want to clarify to her that
The president.
It is a president. This is the presidential edition of Famous Food.
It's president. Well, she's watching.
Oh,
She's watching. That's how.
that's right. We're live.
Yes.
Babaloo.
Bridget, can you give me a hand? What are you thinking?
No, it's Heather.
Yeah, I don't know who this Bridget is that you keep bringing up. My name is Heather.
I'm sorry, Heather.
So, I'm looking at this and I'm knowing that it's definitely one of the presidents.
Well, thanks for that information.
Okay, do you want my help or not?
Yeah, but you got to narrow it down. We got 47 of those Johns.
Listen, I don't carry anything less than $100 bills in my wallet, so I'm really trying here. You know, it's been a long time since...
Rumor has it on weekends you carry a lot of $1 bills in your wallet.
Yes, I do. But that's none of your business.
Well, it's going to help us with solving this problem.
I'm gonna go ahead...
Say it!
...and say that it's... George Washington.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you'll be hearing from my assistant.
Thanks, Heather. I appreciate it.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
So, Paulie, what's your final answer?
Oh, now that she said that, it brings it into focus. That looks like it is George yes, George Washington.
Babaloo! You're correct, sir. Absolutely.
All right.
It is George Washington.
All right.
Babaloo! By the way, this McNugget actually sold for $8,000.
Get out of town. $8,000?
Would Ricky make this up? I make stuff up to Lucy, but I do not make up stuff to my game show contestants.
Who would pay $8,000? That's the most farcical thing I've ever heard. $8,000?
And Ricky does not make stuff up. I do not make stuff up.
Yeah, you don't.
Only when I'm not at the club, you know. Once in a while I make stuff up that I'm at the club, but I'm really not at the club. You know what I mean?
I gotta tell you,
I am Licky Licardo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Licky Licardo.
Licky Licardo. Babaloo! Okay, we have the final. This is like the final Jeopardy one. Let's see, sir, doctor, if you can guess which president this is. Can you see it, sir? It's a tricky one. This one with a French fry, too.
It's a French fry?
It's a French fry.
I can't.
Can you see it? Oh.
Joe Biden.
No. You need to go a little bit deeper in history.
I am baffled.
This is a tricky one. As part of the game, we're allowed to give you one hint. He was already one of the presidents on the McNugget.
Oh, you're duplicating.
I duplicated. Ricky is tricky.
Oh, Ricky, you're
Ricky is very tricky.
Ricky, you're tricky.
Why do I sound like Bela Lugosi?
All right, so who do we have on the? We had.
All of a sudden,
We had George Washington. We had Donald Trump. We had Abraham Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got it. Oh, wait a second. I got to go with Lincoln on that one.
Babaloo! It is Abe Lincoln, Stinking Lincoln. Babaloo!
I got it.
Here's a French fly. Anyhow, you have been a lovely guest
What did I win?
on the show. You get to come back next time.
Oh, sweet.
You get second prize is you come twice. First prize is you get to come.
I get to come once again.
Yeah.
I get to come.
Yeah, you can come down to the club and we will play the famous food with you. And I'll make sure to have Lucy here.
I think I'd like to gig with your orchestra.
Yeah. Here, do you want to try my bongos? Go ahead. Oh, you're so much better than me. Babaloo, Babaloo, Babaloo. This has been a famous food production with your host, Ricky Ricardo.
Thank
Anyway.
you, Ricky.
You're welcome. Thank you for being on the food. Bully, Teddy here. We're back, and we're going to talk about the favorite foods of the presidents on the Random Ass Presidential edition of the show, President's Daze, D-A-Z-E.
And what was your favorite food?
My favorite food, Teddy, I like to eat steak and drink coffee with it.
That's really weird.
It is kind of weird.
That is weird. How did you ever how did that happen?
Well, I just like to be very hyper. I was a very hyper president. I was actually the most prolific president of the presidents. I wrote the most books. I had like 40-some books to my name, so I needed lots of coffee to keep me awake to do that kind of writing.
Yeah, back then they didn't know about that cholesterol problem, did they?
Yeah, they did not, and I did a lot of writing and writing and writing.
And arithmetic.
Writing and reading. I was a rough writer, I was.
Okay, as Jim Mooney, was your steak person? What's your...
Yes.
What can you eat?
As Jim Mooney.
What can you eat every day without getting tired of it?
Actually, New York strip is my absolute favorite to eat. I love it. I love barbecuing New York strip. I put different Kinder's rubs, meat rubs on the.
You just put more than salt and pepper on it?
Oh yeah, no, I am really into dry rubs.
You ever make it with cherry wood?
But no, I actually like to put and Kinder's is my favorite. Kinders. They have the best rubs. I literally have 20 different styles, and it's for different types of food. It could be for steak, it could be for chicken, fish, and they also have vegetable ones as well. But I digress. Let's talk about the presidents. What did they like?
Yeah, let's give it a go.
Yeah, no, and one I thought was great, and I'd really like to thank Thomas Jefferson for this one, and that's mac and cheese. Actually. He introduced macaroni and cheese to America after a trip to France. So that's where it actually originated. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I thought it was kind of cool that, you always hear about Dolly Madison ice cream, and she was the wife of President James Madison, who loved ice cream.
And who also, James Madison who's Madison, New Jersey is named after.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
We also learned that Clark is one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. Pretty cool, right?
We did. Yep. And George Washington is an interesting one.
Oh boy, yeah, it is.
Cornmeal pancakes served with butter and honey, or they call them hoe cakes.
Yeah, they call them hoe cakes. Just like
I'm just gonna leave that there.
Did you ever see the movie with? Oh boy, the Hollywood Shuffle.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like okay.
When he's sitting in the corner going crazy.
Yeah, hoe cakes. Stevie like hoe cake.
That movie was. Did you
Oh my
know?
God.
Did
Oh my
you know
God,
that
it's just so
Robert
funny.
Townsend financed that with his credit cards?
I do, and they were dated on the streets of Chicago, and they would just move the set as people were the police were coming after.
That was a great.
Anyway, we digress.
That,
but
yes,
I actually didn't bring up hoe cakes for this reason. But a couple of presidents actually liked squirrel.
That's nuts.
Yeah, that is nuts. William Henry Harrison was one of them, and there's another one. Oh, and James Garfield. They both liked squirrel stew, and they liked squirrel soup. And they must like alliteration as well, because all the S words.
Stewed squirrel soup.
Maybe that's what Harry S. Truman stood for. Maybe it was squirrel. Harry Squirrel Truman.
The one I find interesting, and not interesting in fact that it's a very common food, was James Buchanan liked cabbage.
He liked cabbage, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That must have been great for Mrs. Buchanan at night.
Speaking of cabbage, Paulie, I was having a conversation with Tim Boyle here at 16 Prospect, and we're going to be taping an upcoming show with the theme of St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the theme of cabbage.
No, it's going to be in March. We're working on that theme, and Tim said he's going to try and give us corned beef and cabbage for the show.
Can we drink on the set as well?
Sure. Yeah. We're going to taste different libations. That's correct. But that's to come. Anyway, but you brought up cabbage, so I thought I'd bring that up, and that's for a future show. And William Henry Howard Taft. So Taft followed Roosevelt. He must have followed him in food liking because he liked steak and potatoes. And if you recall, Teddy Roosevelt, he left office in 2008. Taft came in, and Teddy Roosevelt went off and he was doing hunting, somewhere. And he came back to the United States, and he didn't like what Taft was doing. And you know what he did?
What did he do?
He created his own party, his own political party called the Bull Moose Party. That's where we get the term Bull Moose Party from. It's Teddy Roosevelt in 1912 when he ran for president against Taft. Or Maybe it was Woodrow Wilson.
Oh, that's not from
actually.
Bullwinkle and Rocky?
No, it's not from Bullwinkle and Rocky.
Watch me pull
What
a rabbit out of my hat.
other oddities?
Um,
Truman liked well done steak too.
yeah, and
I'm gonna give you a trivia question. How's that? What do you think John F. Kennedy liked most for food? I think this is fairly simple.
Marilyn Monroe.
No.
Let me see. Baked beans?
No. Oh, close. That's a good answer. No. No, but it is from the region that he's from. You want me to tell you?
Give me a hint.
It has to do with soup.
Yankee bean soup.
Oh my God, no. Really? Are you really not getting this?
I'm not getting it.
New England clam chowder. That was his favorite.
Yeah, but there's Yankee bean soup there too.
but he liked New England clam chowder.
Well, I never had soup with him. I don't know. If I can
You
know.
didn't? Why not?
No.
He's always shooting his head off.
Yeah, yeah, me and JFK used to shoot the breeze.
Wow.
And
No, he liked New England. Don't you like New England clam chowder?
you know what I like? I like Rhode Island clam chowder.
You like Rhode Island. What's
Yeah.
the difference?
Oh, you don't know what the difference is?
No, I don't. No.
It's a
I
mixture.
didn't even
of-
know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's a mixture of Manhattan and New England.
Oh, really?
Kind of like a rosé wine. Seriously, it's New England and Manhattan
And
together.
do you know there's an ordinance in Boston that you're not allowed to put tomatoes in New England clam chowder?
An ordinance?
Yeah, or whatever the word is. You know, you can't do it, thingy, whatever.
What would happen to you if you did?
I don't know. I guess they put you in jail. I
They'd
don't
make you watch the Red Sox
Yeah.
play.
They
You
make
got to stay all 9 innings.
Yeah, you got to. Oh no, don't do that. No.
No, I don't remember. Was William Taft a
He was a large man.
Yeah, because he
Was he the bathtub guy?
Well, he ate enormous meals featuring steak and potatoes, and I guess again.
Who was the bathtub guy?
Oh, jeez.
They had to butter him up. Anyway,
They did, and
don't worry about it.
And well, you said Teddy ate steak with I still can't get that.
I have another, I think, easy one for you. What was Ronald Reagan's favorite food?
Well, Ronald Reagan.
Mr. Gorbachev?
Oh, I remember.
Take down that wall.
I remember.
Yes.
Jelly beans.
Yes!
I remember
ding,
that.
ding, ding,
I remember
babaloo.
that. And Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter. I can look it up. I don't know.
Think about it. What did he do?
Oh, yeah, I just read it. Grits.
And
I should have guessed that one. The other weird one, I mean, this is really weird. I gotta say, Richard Nixon liked cottage cheese with ketchup.
I know, that's disgusting. You know, my mom used to put ketchup on spinach.
What?
Ketchup on spinach.
What?
Seriously.
No.
She would I couldn't eat when she made spinach. I couldn't sit at the table with
My
her.
sister started me on something when we were younger. I like to put ketchup on white American cheese and just eat that.
I could kind of see that.
It's kind of pizza-y, you know what I mean? But Barb's always like, "Why do you do that?" My dad always would say, "I only put things on ketchup I don't like." I'm like, "Okay, I like ketchup, so
you know what
whatever."
bothers me?
Yes.
One of my pet peeves when people put ketchup on steak.
Oh well, yeah, that. Oh, but I will admit this, and this is horrible. But the next day, if I have a piece of steak left, I do like to put ketchup on it when it's cold. It's really good.
Is
that okay?
Yeah, I suppose, but I mean, you know, it's different because you put like even ketchup on a cheesesteak. You got to put the sauce on it.
And surprisingly, with the presidents, Bill Clinton and Donald Trump actually have something in common. They both like cheeseburgers.
Oh, they got more in common than that.
Well, we know Trump loves McDonald's for sure, and I know Bill Clinton loved McDonald's as well. So
didn't Donald Trump even get a job there?
What's that? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was in Feasterville, the Feasterville McDonald's. Yeah, that was part of my market when I was in Philadelphia. Yes. Yeah, he was serving fries out the window.
But yeah, no,
and this is a fairly easy one, especially because he's in. You know, you're reading it, but Joe Biden's favorite food. This is fairly publicized. Go ahead.
Yeah, I knew about the chocolate chip ice cream.
Yeah, the ice cream. You always saw him down at the Delaware shore eating ice cream. So, that's cool. If that's what he liked to eat. And
Probably doesn't remember he ate it.
Probably not.
Give him anything, he'll never know the difference.
Yeah. Any other ones that stuck out to you? I think we hit most of them here, actually.
We did. There was one that was, and not that it matters, but Harry Truman liked steak well done. I don't know about you, but I think well done steak kind of ruins a steak. That's my personal opinion. I like to have it, medium rare. I like to have some well done. Just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, growing up, I did like it well done, but that was probably more at the direction of my parents. And as I got older, I actually cook steak and eat steak medium. Barb even borders on medium rare at times. She really likes it that way. So.
Yeah, no one. It's amazing.
But I think for the most part today, we probably eat our steak medium.
Yeah, and we don't really cook much steak at home. We don't eat it much, or often.
I'm definitely easily once a week that I'm having steak. Like I had it last night for dinner. I love steak. The other thing I love Italian food. Love anything Italian food. It always goes so well with the Chianti and all. It's always so good.
Well, think about Italian food. You can go to an Italian restaurant and you can get it. Basically, I can't imagine someone going to an Italian restaurant and not getting, and then not having anything that they can't eat or don't.
Yeah, yeah, and if we talked, I don't know if you would consider Italian an ethnic food. I guess you would. That I would say that's my favorite, without a doubt. When I look at a full category of food.
I mean, Jewish food after lox and bagels, we don't have anything. we got nothing.
You got the Manischewitz going on.
We got nothing. Oh god, that's gross.
Have you ever had Manischewitz?
Yeah.
I've never had it. I hear it's really sweet.
It is. It's.
And what was the old Manischewitz? That's good, right? Isn't that the old tagline?
No, I don't even remember what the.
I think it's Manischewitz. That's good. I just remember Howard Stern talking about it.
I don't even know. I mean, Manischewitz was just gnarly.
I don't think I could drink Manischewitz.
No.
I am definitely on the drier end of
I would rather have like Boone's Farm Strawberry Hill or Mando 2020 before I have Manischewitz.
Let me ask you, because and I'm just curious, is it red or white or both? Like, what is a Manischewitz?
Grape.
Grape, and then what color is the wine?
It's great. It's purple.
Oh, it's purple. Okay, great. Well, grape could be green too,
It can be.
Yeah, I actually have some green grapes in my refrigerator.
That would be some bad Manischewitz. It was green.
Yeah, that's right. So.
I just don't. Jewish food is just. I mean, it's just they don't have much. We don't have much.
I don't think the Irish do really either, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but you drink a few beers and it doesn't matter.
Don't care. Yeah, I am like the worst Irishman.
But I would have
when it comes to the food. I do obviously like the beer, but
I would go for Italian. I like that because Italian you can get fish, you can get steak, you can get pasta. It really.
Right, and it pairs well with the wines, especially the the Chiantis, the Montepulciano.
One thing I've never had, well, actually I shouldn't say that. I had it for the first time with Robert a couple weeks ago. Was Cuban food.
Oh, really? Oh, that's good. You never went to Cuba Libre downtown in Philly?
I never did.
Really? We had my cousin's bachelorette party there. We all went down, because she's my goddaughter as well.
No, we
actually went to Cuba Libre for the dinner. It was a lot of fun.
No, we went to Cubana in Rahway, which is right a couple blocks from Robert. And
I love Cuban food.
I haven't been to the one on South Street yet.
Okay.
Was it what's it called? 1462 or 1450? The one near Borum's place.
It's 1958.
1950.
Yeah, I've been there too, Barbanette. That's very good.
Is it good?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
we've
Cuban
been
food.
there. Yes, it's very good.
Cuban food, and I'll tell you something.
It has a nice flair, a nice flavor to it.
And I like Indian food too. I mean, but when it comes down, I could always go to an Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
It's like always.
Yep.
And I can always go to Katz's Deli too.
Anyhow, we've definitely digested this topic, so we are good.
Are you hungry now?
Okay. Okay, and now we'd like to thank our sponsors, Bully Bully, and our newest sponsor, and right here we're at home in 16 Prospect. And what do you like to say? Their name.
Is their address?
Yes. Great restaurant. Love the food here, especially the linguine and clams, red or white sauce, and the pizza burger. And yours is the avocado burger,
Avocado
right?
burger and the wings.
And the wing. The wings are very good too, and they have a nice charcuterie platter as well.
Yeah, and the pot pie with the mashed potatoes.
And they now have beers again on tap, and they feature various IPAs that are very good. I had a Stone IPA last night. That was really good. I don't know if you've had Stone IPA.
I never have.
No, and it's actually in San Diego. And funny, Barb doesn't like beer, but she visited there when she was out there one time for her market visit. So interesting, but good beer, and they have it on tap here, along with several others. And then they have all the regular featured beverages that you can get.
You can't go wrong here.
They have a great wine list, a great wine selection. They have a nice Klein Zinfandel that's from Contra Costa County, which is where I lived when I lived in San Francisco. And that's not known for being a wine region, but the wine is really nice. It really is.
Yeah, I've never, I've said this so many times before, it's a great place. I always come here, I always know somebody.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, we
I
always
did
know
last
somebody.
night. Yeah, I was just talking to folks in the restaurant, and Tim and I we had a nice production conversation last night for the show, for the live show that's coming up on the 26th of February. That'll be at 6:32 p.m. sharp.
I love that 6:32.
6:32, yes, so people remember it, and that's going to be a nice flowing show. We'll be bringing back Heather, the HR specialist. We're going to have audience participation in guess the famous person in the McNugget game.
We're doing that again?
Yeah, we're doing that again.
How many McNuggets? You got more McNuggets?
No, I do have more McNuggets, and in that one I also have some pumpkins as well. We'll also do the RNN Weekend news as well.
There's always breaking news.
There's always breaking news, and especially from a historical perspective. And we love to talk about asparagus, so I'm sure there'll be an asparagus story in there.
Always.
Always.
You can't have a conversation without asparagus.
But that's all going to, and also, we are going to have Bonnie Piparo here. Bonnie is an incredible singer. She's going to have a keyboard accompaniment. Bonnie Piparo, she's great, good friend of ours. She played my grand opening as well. She does a lot of bluesy,
Oh, she
jazzy.
was there?
Yeah.
I remember. I do.
Yeah.
All I remember was
Yeah.
the food trucks.
Yeah, do you remember the food trucks? Yeah, the empanadas, right, and the ice cream.
And the ice cream. Yep.
But Bonnie is going to be here. She's going to do the musical interludes for us this time. So
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to it.
That'll be
And I'd
fun.
love you guys to come on down, hang out, say
Yeah.
hi.
Absolutely.
Enjoy the
And
food, enjoy
anybody's welcome. You just come in and you just order up some grub and some drinks and watch the floor show. And you can be a part of it too, because we're going to bring up another random guest as well. We'll choose somebody from the audience, and they will be the instant guest on the show. And more to come on all of that. And then we have Florham Park Dental Excellence with my partner here, Dr. Paul Banks. I feel like I can do it more cowboy-like because I look like a cowboy.
That will be me.
That will be you, boy. You're going to wrangle up some teeth?
I will. I'll rustle them up.
You rustle up some teeth? I'm going to rustle up some teeth. Anyway, you can visit. I don't think you would really do that, but you can visit them at florhamparkdental.com. That's florhamparkdental.com for more information. And Minuteman Presser Clark with me, Jim Mooney, Seamus Mooney, Bridget Hanlon, my wife Barb Mooney. We're your branding and printing partners. You can visit us at nj213.minuteman.com. That's nj213.minuteman.com, and you see all the stuff on the set that was manufactured. That came from Minuteman Press of Clark. And to our fantastic Random-esque team, producer Ange Mooney, production and editing Bridget Hanlon, and executive producer Seamus Mooney. And you can now catch us on YouTube and Spotify. And thank you to the Randommies for all the following that you're doing.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Do you realize
We hit a couple of milestones this week of shows.
Our last live show.
Our last live show was the most watched. It doubled anything else that we've gotten before.
Almost as much as people
It's
watch
only
the
up
Super
for
Bowl.
4 days.
Almost much as people watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we was close to Super Bowl type ratings, but also the overall views are up on YouTube. So really appreciate that.
Yeah, we do sincerely. I mean, that's
We really do.
It's rewarding for us to hear.
And love the
Delco.
article that Jackie with Tap
Oh, that was
Into did
awesome.
as well.
That was
Incredible
fantastic.
article. We really appreciate that, Jackie. And Tap Into Westfield, check her out as well. And for Paul and I, where we say, hey, Randommies, always stay random-esque. It was very random meeting you, and now you're a part of our lives, the Random family. Bully, bully.
Bully boy, thank you
Bully,
very
bully.
much.
Thank you very much. It's been real.
It's
been real presidential.
It's been real. It's been nice, but
Yeah.
it hasn't been real nice.
That's right. Anyway, we'll see you next time.
Have a topic you would like the Random-esque podcast to discuss randomly? Please email us at randomesque@gmail.com. That's RANDOMBESQUE@gmail.com. This has been the Random-esque podcast produced by Moonrock LLC. And remember, always stay Random-esque.